Hey everybody. First of all, I would love to thank everyone for their patience. And before we actually get the review started, I would like to address some of the people that have been saying that I don't really emote enough in my reviews. Now, to them I say, oh my god. Why don't you like me? Well, I admit I could try and emote a bit more. So, from now on, I promise, you're going to be getting the true Lord Fail experience. So, without further ado, let's review this fucker.
Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once?
Well, I went to GameStop recently, and one thing I like to do around there is sift through their cheap used games, hoping in vain that I'll find something even remotely interesting, being the cheap bastard I am. And this time I picked up Earth Defense Force 2017 for the Xbox 360 for around 15 bucks or so. It has one of these throwaway used game wrapper things, so I don't really know anything about it. Let's check it out.
2013. A radio wave from outer space is picked up.
Captain! Captain! We have something on the sonar!
Really? Can you get a lock on it?
Let me give it a try.
Wouldn't it be nice if we were older, then we wouldn't have...
This is recognized as evidence of alien life. 2015. The Earth Defense Force was created in case the life form proved to be a threat. However, most humans believe these visitors from outer space would be peaceful, considerate sages who would be more interested in talking than fighting, until that fateful day. Da 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 da.
So, okay. That was a fairly decent opening explanation of what's going on. It's a basic invasion plot. How could they screw that up?
So after navigating through my weapons inventory and trying to ignore one of the most annoying voices in game narrator history, I see that Japan is being attacked by a Death Star and a couple Starship Enterprises. Okay, admittedly they don't look too much like Starship Enterprises, but I mean, honestly look at that thing and try to tell me it doesn't look like a giant Death Star. And since we've basically been flat out told that the aliens are evil, I can use this music for real now. Now, barreling down the streets, I begin to make my way towards the aliens. I hear all sorts of radio broadcasts of chaos being caused by them. People running in fear. What could they be? They're coming into view now. What are they? What are they? Ants? Giant fucking ants? Are you serious?
This is HQ. Life form still unidentified.
Unidentified? They're giant fucking ants. What is there to identify? So, yeah, believe it or not, one of the main enemies you fight in this game are giant ants. And from the looks of it, they're casting level 2 fire at me. Thankfully, my character washed his Kevlar vest in the laundry last night, so that's a +3 H2O effect. So he should be fine. But don't misunderstand, I'm not saying ants are the only thing you fight. There are other types of enemies, but I'll get back to that later on. There are 53 levels, and your objective is always the same. Blow the fuck out of the aliens, and collect weapons. In fact, collecting weapons is one of the few replay incentives because every time you kill an enemy, they have a random chance of dropping a weapon. And repeat playthroughs are the only way to really ensure that you'll get all of them, even though you really don't have to. In fact, out of all the various weapons available, the only ones that are worth a shit are the assault rifles, the rocket launchers, and some of the missile launchers. Sure, you could try the other weapons, but I'm gonna warn you right now, the sniper rifle and grenade are fucking useless. During the game's storyline, you play a nameless soldier in the Earth Defense Force, but for the hell of it, we're gonna name him...
Fast. Ted Fast.
Okay, sure. Ted will do. Now, what's interesting is, besides Master Chief, Ted here actually seems to be one of the most powerful soldiers in history. Considering how he's able to fall over 20 stories in the air and survive, and considering how his hips are able to rotate 90 degrees from where his torso is so casually, I guess he's a living G.I. Joe. G.I.
Joe! This ain't personal. I just love to scrimshaw.
Throughout the missions, however, there are only a handful of actual stages. There's a city level, pretty standard, romantic sunset on the beach level, and okay, admittedly it's not that romantic when the aliens show up, but I keep expecting to see some kind of couple running at each other in slow motion while all this is happening, though. Then there's an underground level, and there's a couple others from there. And now that I've explained the basic storyline and level variety, let's take a look at the enemy variants. Basically, besides the giant ants, you can also run into giant spiders that leap 300 feet into the air and can spin webs at you. But the webs don't really do all that much, and you can kill them pretty easy. But it doesn't start to get really silly until you all of a sudden run into these TIE Fighter looking things. Now get this. Apparently, these things were able to wipe out the entire world's Air Force. Now, normally this would hold a bit more dramatic tension. That is until you realize that they can be taken down by a handful of bullets.
Take a look at this.
And then there are these giant mech robots. Now don't even get me started on the basic question of how on earth these giant ants and spiders are able to even fit in them to pilot them, but ignoring that question, basically they can just take a bit more punishment than average enemies, which would normally annoy me, but the tension is lightened once again by the cartoonishly over-the-top way they jerk around when they get hit.
They told him, don't you ever come around here. Don't wanna see your face, you better disappear. The fire's in their eyes and their words are really clear. So beat it, just beat it. You better run, you better do what you can. Don't wanna see no blood, don't be a macho man. You wanna be tough, better do what you can. So beat it, but you wanna be bad.
Then beyond that and Thunderdome, the only thing that's left are the boss battles. And while I won't spoil a lot of them for you, one of them is with a humongous walking fortress that makes those robot walkers from The Empire Strikes Back look like a mentally challenged Ewok. And then, beyond that, there's one more, and are you ready for this? Because I swear you're not. You fight Godzilla! Yeah, I'm serious. Look at him. He's bigger than most skyscrapers, and he breathes fire. He looks like if Space Godzilla somehow got it on with Mecha Godzilla.
So, okay, wait. Let's try and get this in perspective. So, giant ants and giant spiders from a galaxy far, far away invade with the Death Star and attack with giant mech robots, TIE Fighters, the Starship Enterprise, and Godzilla, all while the Earth's forces gather weapons by shooting them out of aliens' faces.
Well, when you say it like that, it just sounds silly.
I mean, wow! I haven't played a game with a plot crazier than this since... Seriously, it's like they tried to make a game out of a fucking Mad Lib. I mean, there is not a word in the English language that properly describes this game, so I have to invent a new one. This game is fuck-fast-tastic.
And, well, that's pretty much all I have left to say. I can't really say that much else, so I'll see you guys next time.
まあまあ抑えて抑えて俺様の可愛いハニーたちそこのクールな彼女怪我はない
99 Luftballons, ihrem Weg zum Horizont hielt man für UFOs aus dem All. Warum schickte ein General Fliegerstaffeln hinterher? Alarm zu geben, wenn's so wär, dabei waren dort am Horizont 99 Luftballons.
And, well, there's not much else I can say, so I'll see you guys next time.